Dave Snyder here. It is the 26th day of February 2015. And I just want to point out that the moon has not faced the Earth the way that it does now always. It hasn't always faced the Earth. That area has not always been the area that faces the Earth, this area here. Not always. But this area, if you take any of these areas, I mean this, oh man, all of these areas, if you reverse them, you'll find a weather pattern on the Earth to match them. Every one of them. That's why they give you this crap, because you would be able to really match it up if they gave you all the proper, images of the moon. Look at this. I mean, look at this, people. You think that is not there to hide stuff? That is to hide stuff. No kidding. This strip is to hide something. Why would it be there? I mean, what's the point of that? Something there on that strip. Gotta be. Anyways, I just want to point that out. This is an area, this whole area though, not just this area, the whole area. But I guess really with this image that they give you, because you see the lines come right up to the edge there. But I've lined all this stuff up. I've lined up the Earth all over this area, all over the moon, and the moon all over the Earth actually. So I'm just saying it's faced this different ways many times. This has faced the Earth. This is the most historically recorded, I believe, area that has faced the Earth. This area here, lunar South Pole. And it's, that's the lunar South Pole. This print is in Asia. This print is in every continent. This print, lunar South Pole print. And you can see this print in the weather all the time, as I've shown many times. So this isn't, but this is, I just want to point out that this is the way they had to see it in the ancient past, because this is the way the way that the Egyptians made their, it had to face this way, and it just so happens that it faces this exact same way for the Christ images that I put up there. I don't have to turn this picture any other way but this way. It has to be right side up like this. This is the top. How they've seen it like this. It has to be that way, because if it was sideways, they wouldn't see that image that way. You know what I mean? If it was this way, Christ or the Egyptians would see that way. It would be different. It would be something different. You wouldn't see that picture in there like that. It had to be this way. The crown on the king had to be on the top. And this is the dragon. This is the Eye of Horus is up. I think the Eye of Horus is Moscovians myself. That's the one that I lined up with it that day, and this is what they give us, I think, of that. It's a terrible image of that, really. But that's the Eye of Horus, the way that I lined it up with this crater here. And it showed the cobra and everything. Where was that cobra? I'd have to realign it, but it doesn't really show it in this picture. This picture is garbage of the moon. That's what they give you on purpose. I'm telling you. Here's the fish. This is why the fish is so important in history, I think. This is the fish right here. I mean, it's always looked like a fish to me before I even brought any kind of, religious beliefs or whatever into this. I've always thought this was a fish. It looks like a fish tail with a fish. So I think that's where your fish comes in, being important, right there, for sure. Who knows what they thought of this, but that is for sure on the Earth. It shows itself in the weather. It shows itself in South America, everywhere. The polar vortex is this right here. I mean, there's videos that I have up, like from last year, that show that perfect circle over North America, just perfect. And this goes right over it. Huge. Make sure you flip the picture, that's all. The weather will give every one of these away eventually. Every one. I just focus on certain ones most of the time because that's really all I need to show. But I've shown this one. I've shown other ones in the past, but the ones that I show are the easiest. This is off the off the east coast of North America. This shape right here, because you put the polar vortex over North America, and then this line's right up on the east coast of North America. So you put that backwards. See, that it would be over on this side when you put it over the Earth. Let's just grab an area. Let's do the lunar South Pole. I haven't done it in a while. Let's take a picture. Let's just go to weather, wonder maps maybe. That big round pattern there is pretty nice. You see, it's missing some things. It's missing some color to give the details away. This last year, or in the past, I should say, in the past, this would have been colorized, and it would have made things stand out. But now it's all just white, all white. See that? But in the past, it would be colorized, different colors. It would point out that everything. But this, all we can see is something here, and we know that's an important spot. So that's a. Oh man, that's just Copernicus right there. I just showed that one, didn't I? Remember that I put the polar vortex up here? Let's just save that and do that. It'll be simple. Let's go like this. I know what that is already. You already know what it is too. I already showed it. Just recently. So I'm just going to put it over the moon. That's what I'll do. So I'm already on the moon. I'm going to do, I mean, that's going to go up here though. It's going to go right here. Turn place names off. And then I got to turn that crap off. Okay, and then I'm going to overlay that picture. The title Vortex 7. Got right click. Open with, paint, flip it, save it, close it, and open it. Okay. Shrink it down to the size of Imbrium and put that. This has got to be over Copernicus right here. Watch. No, just line that up on Copernicus. Just watch me do that. Okay, watch. I'm going to line this over Copernicus and just see what happens. Going to make this area smaller. It's going to make this area small. You can see how big the moon is, I think. Okay, look, I'm almost there. Almost got it. Look, that's going to go right there. I think I got to go this way, like this. Bring this over, and then maybe like this. Maybe not. Yep, it's going to go more that way. See the curve over here coming into place now? Watch. The edge. This way. That way. Put that back over Copernicus. Right there. Now I might have it a little bit big, but we'll just see. I can always make it smaller. See, now before you would see a lot of details in this area that would give it away, but now it's with this white stuff in here, you barely even get that round object. You can see that there's a big round area that's all, you know, this then you put that with Copernicus, you can see the pattern around outside of it. You can zoom in on it like this. Check out the pattern in the weather there. It should match. Maybe it's upside down. I don't know. To find out. It couldn't be. That's the same pattern. I just got to move it over a little bit. It goes there. You can look at this area with no weather right there. Let's see, where is it? Looks like the Grand Canyon to me. It's actually the Colorado Plateau. That's where that would be. I got a picture of that saved too. I'd fit right in that pattern right there. I bet you'd fit. It's the same. I already know that it's the same shape as this. Because I remember when I put that picture of the Colorado Plateau down before, it looks kind of like a peanut or some kind of weird shape anyway. And this resembles it. You can already see that if I put it down there, it would be the same shape as that weather pattern. I think we can see that. Then the big Imbrium pattern is right there. That big circular pattern is Imbrium. Right there. Your polar vortex, basically. That's why they're not showing the weather. because you can see, look at this change in the weather here. And then look at the change right, look at the moon right there. See how that area is? Look at this area. I'm telling you, I've seen this right here perfectly in the weather before. This whole area, I've showed it before. But this area, no doubt, is, you can find this whole, it's hard to find this part all together in the weather, but you will find it once in a while. I mean, I did find it once in a while. They'd let it slip, I think. They don't like showing this all together very clearly. They'll make it all scattered and broken up and everything like that, just to not have it stand out. But this is off. You'll see this if you're lucky. If you're lucky. But that's Copernicus. Just found that out the other day for sure. How big that makes the moon. Yeah, see, this is a real high ridge on the moon. If this hit the Earth right here, it would definitely dig in and leave a mark. And it probably does there somewhere. Up there in Canada or something. There's a lot of other things that just so many things. Just so many. But anyways, that lunar south pole pattern had to be up this way. And I don't want to count out this guy, this one here. I got to start looking into that one more too, because it's more or less got to be in there somewhere. And I don't want to be mixing them up, these two up. I think this is the one that leaves us all. I know this is the one that leaves it print all over the Earth. So this is the way it was. This is the way they've seen it, like this. There's your Sphinx. And the Christ images come from that, apparently. Hate to say it, but you know, I think that's where they come from. At least it's showed some evidence of that, anyways. So, I mean, you've got Hornet, which is like the name of the ships and stuff in the British fleet. They got those U.S. or the HMC Hornet, or maybe that was U.S. I don't know. But they use Hornet, and I think the Hornet comes from this. Something about the Hornet that they like. You know, stings people or something. They love that kind of shit. But anyways, that's it. Have a great day.